Hey guys, what's happening? Okay, I really don't keep up with like the news and things that are going on in the outside world as much. Guilty. I don't have time for all of that. Like, I want to know. I have the heart for all of that stuff, but sometimes I think I really feel like my empathy and the way that I feel and connect with things, I just be like, you know what? If it's meant for me to hear about it or know about it, eventually the information would be privy to me. And at that time, I try to stick to that notion because other than that, I'd be sitting there watching the news every day, like, oh my god, what's happening? What's going on? What's new? I gotta cool my cakes. If that makes sense. Anyways, so I just wanted to briefly talk real quick. Like I said, I want to, just kind of discuss like the nuances of experiencing, being a human, having this human 5D connection and experience as well. Sorry, my dog is very overactive and very anxious. I'm very much aware that she's a part of my cosmic plan at the moment. And there's so many things about her that it brings up things in me. I'm just like, which is part of the reason I started this page, talking about our kids, but just, expanding beyond that, like our pets, the friends, even the co-workers that we, find ourselves mingling with. It's so many different pieces and parts to our lives and the things that happen in our lives that we don't even really think about because they just seem like they're everyday things that happen. And we're just like, oh, okay, well, that's this. And then, but no, I've been really thinking about this shit. Like, man. So, what I wanted to talk about today, because it's something that I'm dealing with in my home. I just moved into my new apartment a couple of months ago, and let me tell you, I absolutely love it. Absolutely. I'm not gonna say it ain't nothing I don't like about it, because sometimes it's like the water in the kitchen don't get as hot as the water in the bathroom. And me being the person I am, it's like, I know we need hot water to, clean, make sure all our pieces and parts is, cleaned or whatever and whatnot. But, I appreciate some more of that hot water when I'm washing them dishes, too. Like, I could survive. I've taken cold showers before. I'll survive. I didn't stink. My vagina didn't, melt off from, biochemicals and shit that was created because I didn't use hot water. No shit like that. But, anyways, it's those small things that I'm just like, okay, I can deal with it. But I absolutely love my apartment. But one of the things that I am learning personally with myself on this journey is about setting boundaries and allowing my space to represent me and who I am. And it sounds like such a big task for what I'm about to say, but that includes chores for my son and having the people around me actually helping out. Now, granted, right now it's only just me and my son and my 2 pets, and I can't really get my pets to help out. Just FYI, I've been thinking about getting rid of my dog since I got her. She's still here. It's been 2 years. I still want to get rid of her. My cat, I can deal with her. The dog, I can't. I don't want to train her. I don't give a shit. You can call me lazy. You can call me whatever the fuck you want to. I don't want to train her. I don't feel like taking her outside every day to go to the bathroom when my room is right next to the goddamn bathroom. I can just go in there and that's it. I go to the bathroom and then flush the toilet. Bam, it's done. I don't want to have to clean up after her. I did SCNA for 2 years. Fantastic career. Big ups to all the nurses and caregivers out there. I don't want to have to do that in my own house though. Not for no dog. She ain't doing shit for me. But anyways, I don't know. Anyways, what I was saying. So, chores, right? So, my son just turned 13 last year. He turned 13. He became a teenager. And now Turned 33. I called it my Jesus year. I was saying that for like the first half of the year last year, and then it kind of felt a little heavier than I had intended for it to. So I stopped saying that. But it's still technically my Jesus year. I'm 33 this year. So, for me, being who I am, also a Scorpio, you know, we very much into transformations, and our ruling planet is Pluto, which is the planet of it's still a planet, whatever, who cares, of transformation, which is what I said in the first place. So with that being said, I really just wanted to find a way to gain more. Like, I want to get that I come home and everything else, nothing else matters feeling. Because it got really hard being outside, being at work, talking to people, interacting, you know. Not even, like, some of the times I wasn't even faking it. I wasn't trying to put on no smile or no shit like that. Like, for what? I'm going to go out there, you going to get mean mug face me today. You like it or not? Or you do I have to report to you in order to get my bills paid? If not, then this is what you about to get. And even if I do have to report to you in order to get my bills paid, this still about to be what you about to get, but you about to get it with some respect on it. Like, bitch, I ain't got enough in the tank to be sitting up here trying to fake it till I make it, when I can just be out here just being me and know that I'm just as real as I'm about to be, and that's just what the fuck is about to be. Like, I don't have to sit up here and put on pretenses. I actually had that moment on my way home today, just driving. I don't know what it is. The past couple of days, I've just been, the energy definitely, I felt the shift in the energy change, and I was just like, you know, I don't really got to worry about none of this extra shit. None of it. I can put myself in a position where I can be aware of what's happening. I can be knowledgeable. I can have some, you know, some say, some input, because, I mean, God, I'm sitting here talking to you guys right now only because of the fact that we have freedom of speech. So if I want to utilize that and be comfortable with that, that took for me to go through a change, I guess. And it was more than I had anticipated, because I guess I didn't really feel like I wasn't speaking up for myself. But then my favorite thing is learning that, you know, language is not just the words that come out of your mouth. It's all of the other things that you do, that you say, things that you participate in, things that you say yes or no to. You know, all of those things kind of mixed into it together. So that brought me back to what I was originally gonna talk about, was the fact that I've been going through this back and forth about giving my son chores. Yeah, me. So it's one thing to know that you helping another person. It's another thing to know that you helping another person simply because you don't want to do those things. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind washing the dishes, but if I don't gotta wash the dishes, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not, especially if the work that I'm doing is way more than the equivalent of the work that the other person in the house is doing. That can kind of borderline, especially when it comes to parenting children, because, I mean, it's not like they can go get a job, or I can't even say that, because it's like 6-year-old millionaires out here right now. Granted, I know there's all kinds of things that are tied to that and how that goes or whatever. It's not like that actual child, you know, whatever. I'm not going to speak on those things because I don't know all the nuances and facts, so I'm going to just leave that be till I learn more, because I'm still feel some type of way about that. But at the same time, no, my 13-year-old son cannot go out and legally get a job. Can he go work under the table somewhere? Most definitely. He looks like a motherfucking adult. My son is 5. He is goddamn 6 foot. I think last time I remember we went to the doctor, it was either 5'7" or 5'9". Okay, I'm 5'4". He's officially taller than me. Been that way for a couple of years now. And weighs like somewhere between 275 and 300 pounds. Yep. So, and I recently went through a weight loss myself. At my highest, I was 300. I got down to around 170. I just picked up a few more pounds, so I'm in about the 200 range right now, which I'm cool with. I'm still gonna, I want to get back and work it out and all of that stuff. But like, when you've been 300 pounds, being 200 pounds, you're like, yeah, no, I'm okay. I'm okay. I've seen worse. So, no, I'm good. Like I said, it's not that I feel like I'm jumping around, but I keep trying to like bring it back to my point so I can wrap this video up because I can talk. But it's not that I mind doing like housework and cleaning. I actually appreciate that because it helps me clear my mind. It helps me to kind of put things in order. It helps me, you have a clear space. Your energy field has more room to clear itself as well. Your mind clears. I feel like everything you do is connected. Let's say how you do one thing is how you do everything. I've heard that numerous times, especially over the last few years. I've heard that a lot. And I've seen it in my life beforehand, but you know how it's like when you get a new car and then all of a sudden you see that car everywhere on the road. Things like that happen with me. That just happen at a magnified rate in some instances. So a lot of the situations and things that I've seen or like witnessed for myself, I feel like I've already seen them, I guess, because they're at such a intimate level for me. Like I'm able to kind of see them in a different way. Whether that be bad, like me, tearing it down or saying something wrong about it, or me saying that was the best thing that ever happened. So, like, even like I said, bringing it back to, having my son do chores, and, giving him an allowance, which for me, I know I'm not an employer at this point, but he getting paid off performance. I don't care how many hours he put in. He get paid off performance. Like, he basically getting paid under the table. I don't got to report to nobody to pay him. Anyways, but I said that to him. I'm biased. I'm biased as a motherfucker, but I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. What? Shut up, for real. Like, I don't know. I guess my biggest thing is like what is the sweet spot? Like, what is it too much where you just know, like, okay, alright, chick, you might just be being lazy, like you could just do this, but like at the same time, shit, I work hard. Okay, before I call out anybody type of job title or anything like that, I have a very physically demanding type job. I've pretty much had physically demanding jobs for the past few years, which I'm fine with because it helps me, it helps me stay active and work through some of this energy that I got, so I'm okay with that. But I don't have like a desk job. I don't. I'm up, I'm moving, I'm going 10, 12 hours a day. Almost every day. Even on my off days, I'm up and I'm moving. Like, you could look at the steps I take. Granted, I took like maybe 4,000 steps according to my watch. And on an average day yesterday, I remember vividly because I took 21,111 steps yesterday. That's how many steps was calculated on my watch when I put it on the charger last night before I went to bed. So, yeah. I was like, oh, okay. But, So yeah, I have a very physically demanding job, which I'm fine. I'm okay with performing that type of job, but I work hard. You know, I really work hard. And going and sitting in a classroom and obtaining that type of knowledge is a different type of hard than the physical it takes to go sit down, stand up, step down, pick up, walk back, watch a step, walk over that dog poop, don't step on that, watch out for that hole, don't step in that puddle. Like, and that's just the jump I have known. I can, like, oh my gosh. Ugh. I mean, I'm okay with it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just sometimes it be a lot. That's all. So when I was younger, I didn't have chores. I know it's cut to the chase. I ain't have chores. I ain't have to. It was like it felt like if my mama wanted me to wash the dishes, then I had to wash the dishes. It wasn't like there was no order or nothing like that. It wasn't. So, like I said, for me, it helps me. It helps me and my anxiety when things are in order. So, like, why not just put things in order? Like, that would help. Anyways, so, I guess I kind of go back and forth about it. Like, almost like he should do it and I shouldn't feel no ways about it, because it's not like he's not using the dishes or watching the stuff accumulating on the floor, or, you know, eating the food, even though he acts like he don't like my food, and we'll have to save that for another episode, because I'm gonna rant and rave, because I'm a single mama, so whatever that means. I'm single and I'm a mother. And my son is not like one of those kids that just make you excited about, like, the male species. He kinda I'm sorry. he makes me feel like I don't know, I hate to say it, but like almost obligated to help, but at the same time, like, he makes me want to ignore the entire male species. God, I hope that's not, like, because I know sometimes I can say stuff and people take things a certain way, or it comes out in a way where I didn't intend it to, and I don't want it to make it seem like he's a bad person or I'm a bad person, or I don't any of that, but it's not him, it's just some of his behaviors and the things that I see and the amount of times I have to repeat myself. That part, it's literally every morning. I think I said this before. Every morning he forgets his towel when he gets in the shower. This is a daily activity. Daily, I see of it. If I didn't, it wouldn't be daily, which is another reason he makes me want to turn away from the male species. Do you not smell yourself, bruh? Do you not? If I get a whiff of myself, I'm going to the bathroom. I will paper towel and hand soap it, but you're not going to catch me smelling or itching or any of the other things that come with that hygiene. I'm just not. No. Again, these are just lessons that people learn over time. So I get it, he's a kid, but I still be like, first of all, fuck these kids. 2, fuck all this shit. And 3, back to my original point. This shit, I don't want to feel like I'm being tyrannical, but it does kind of feel like that sometimes being a parent, especially when you are a single parent and you don't have somebody that's like backing you up, where it takes off some of the pressure, where it just don't seem like you just walking around like, I'm the boss, follow my rules, which is kind of what I'm doing, because I pay for the bills and the food and the creature comforts and all of the things that come with living in this residence with me. So it kind of is my rules, but I'm very much like open to insight. Like, you know, you got something we can do better, let me know. If you know, I'm very much open when it comes to those things. That doesn't mean just because somebody says something that was different than what I said that that's what's gonna happen, just because I'm just like, oh yeah, no. If it makes sense and I want to try it, I will try it. If it doesn't, I'm not gonna do it. My son's the type of kid, he's gonna fight you. It may not even make no sense, but he's still gonna fight you. I don't know. I don't get it. For me, it looks like he's trying to sharpen a knife in the microwave. Don't ask me why that thought just came into my mind like it did, but I swear that's what I think of sometimes when he fight back at me. I'm like, boy, if you don't get out of my... So all of that accumulated to the fact where I'm at the point where I'm trying to instill a sense of responsibility, I guess, in him. I feel obligated to my child. Not in a... I don't feel like it's in a overbearing or a sick type way. I don't even want to say sick, but I think some people take being obligated or feeling obligated to a person to a level sometimes that may not be the healthiest for them, which is why the word sick came to mind. But I feel obligated for multiple reasons, you know, on a personal level, even, you know, come on, he's my kid. Like, there's no part of me that looks at him that's just like, whatever happens to you, I don't give a shit. There's no part of me. And sometimes I even try. I've tried. Do not judge me. But I have tried to, like, turn off that feeling where I'm just like, oh, what if my kid died? Excuse my extremism, but I've thought it. Okay? I have. And I'm trying to think about how it would feel. What would I experience? And it was like part of it was blanked out. It was like having one of those weird dreams where it's like you can kind of see all the people, but all those faces were blurred because you had to figure out the other part of the puzzle piece to put the piece together. So it's kind of like one of those things where it's like I can kind of see what would happen, but at the same time I'm like, no. Alright, he can stay. So, okay. So if he could be here, it's like I feel like even if he wasn't here, I would still feel obligated to his presence. I mean, to who he was, what he stand for. Like, my father died 5 years ago, and I still sometimes feel obligated. I'll be trying to take this though. I hate when those pieces look like that. Anyways, but yeah, my father died like 5 years ago, and I still kind of feel obligated to his presence and who he was and what he stood for, even though he ain't stand for shit, and my daddy wasn't shit, and he knew he wasn't shit. Everybody who knew him knew he wasn't shit. I loved him though. He was my no shit being daddy. Anyways, that's like I said, part of the reason why I feel obligated to my son. And with so many, it's oh my god, it's so much deeper than even just the fact of a mother and a son or a father and it. Like for me, it's like our signs, it's our birthdays, our birth years, our Chinese zodiac sign. It's like there's so many different things that are connected between me and the people in my life where I'm just like, Yeah, no, motherfucker, I asked for this shit. There ain't no way around me not believing that I didn't ask for this in some way, shape, or form. So, but I enjoyed the fact bringing it back around. I enjoyed the fact it came home today. Because I told him earlier, I'm on sabbatical. Give me a couple of days, I'll be back. I'm not washing these dishes. I'm about to cook. Like I said, we talk about that in another video. Like, I get frustrated with me cooking and experiencing doing different shit, and he just be like, oh, I don't know, it's something about my taste buds, I don't like it. And I just be wanting to be like, proverbial knife. Oh, no, sorry. Maybe not so extreme, but, you know, if I could just, like, feed him bananas and mushrooms for, like, a week straight. Don't ask me why I thought bananas and mushrooms. But, like, just put some random concoction together and be like, this dinner, try this and see what this tastes like. You know what he gonna say? Can you just buy some cereal? It's so weird, like, having a kid. And I've been, like, really trying to convince myself that, like, I understand where I'm at and what's happening with me. But it is so weird having a fucking teenager. It is so weird. Every time I look at him, it's just like a mass influx of the weirdest feelings ever. Like, I look at him sometimes and I just be like, I absolutely hate that boy. How? And then for me, being the person that I am, I like to think that I'm very conscious in who I am and the things that I do. So sometimes I look at him and it don't be like, it's not like a I can't believe you came for me type of feeling. It's like, man, I know you came for me. I know exactly which part you came from, and that's what makes it worse. Like, oh, please get away from me. Please. Ugh. Oh. But I don't know. I think the whole synopsis that I've come to is the fact that you need discipline. We both need discipline. Let's be honest about that. But giving him chores, I think I've just subscribed to the fact that I don't want to do them if I don't have to. Because you're not going to tell me I got to work, cook, clean, wash clothes, fold them, vacuum, pay the bills, make sure you not dead. You know what I'm saying? Shit like I gotta do all of that. All of that. Like, at any point in time, it don't matter. 2:00 in the morning, wake up, your dog's barking at the neighbor going into their house up the street. And then you gotta wake up. Oh, now you're up. Oh, you just realized that mess that's in your kitchen because nobody cleaned the kitchen in the first fucking place. And then you go back to sleep. Or some other random thing that my pets didn't fuck up. I just don't really have control over my house right now, and I think that's part of my point. Why I be so frustrated. My pets is like they cool, they can be chill. But they do what they want. And that's what I said with me. It's like my conscious side is the side that is running rampant. Like, she know all this shit be right there in her face. That's where Gnarls Barkley said in Crazy. It's like, it's not that I don't know enough. I know too much. So I'm gonna try to deal with what I know. I know everybody, everything in this house that I brought in this house, because everything has energy. I know everything in this house I resonate with on some level, whether it be higher, lower, middle class, whatever the hell it is. Like my dog, Penelope, I'm slower class. obviously. I mean, I'm a human, she's a dog. We're obviously in different classes of species. Maybe not in the spirit world. I don't know how that works, but I still feel like a human, so it's on a different level than an animal, so who knows. But I lost my train of thought, truly. But I don't know. We're everything that was here, that's around. I think that's what I was basically saying. It was all by choice. And if I know that my life and everything that happened in my life was by choice, then why would I not feel like it's necessary to make sure that your kids know the right way to go, right? I mean, you wouldn't want your kid to walk around thinking it's okay to have like dishes in the sink for, a week. And I know this might be a touchy subject for some people, but laundry and stuff, do people really like wash their laundry and not fold them afterwards? So I'm not judging, but like, don't y'all know like that's where wrinkles come from? That don't bother y'all? Like, I feel like the wrinkles bother me more than the 10 minutes it takes to fold your clothes right after they come out the dryer. Because wrinkles gonna last longer. You gotta go out and people gonna see your wrinkled, dirty, frumpy clothes. They ain't gonna dirty, they clean. But they gonna look dirty. It looks dingy. Then the 10 minutes it took to just fold them right when they came out the dryer. Like, just fold your clothes. 10 minutes out of your day, out of your entire life. This would have been a perfect time for my brain to be able to remember some of those stats about like how people watch TV for like out of the span of your life. Some people watch TV for like years of their life. That's the amount of TV they watch. You mean to me you can't fold your clothes right when it comes out of the dryer? And again, I'm saying this too because it's something I do with my son. Like, that's what I say. I'd just be like, you know what? I'm gonna stay here in my own little space. Because some of this shit is just be the smallest shit, but if it's the smallest thing, how do you forget your towel every single time you go? You know what? I guess muscle memory, huh? I guess so. Anyways, so like I said, that was just to touch on the topic of just how I felt about, chores for kids. Giving them chores. Part of me is because it's like I don't want to do it, but at the same time, they need to know that these are things that they're gonna have to do. Being homeless is not an option. I don't know. What else could you insert that would be like where you wouldn't have to like clean up after yourself or clean your house, mooching off for somebody, living with a friend that's the person being homeless. Even if you're somebody's permanent roommate, whoever you live with, whatever person, it's a common courtesy, not just for you, but it's for those other people. It's a common courtesy. Like I said, even if you have roommates. You have roommates, you can be 30-something years old. You and your roommates staying together. Oh, yeah, hey, forever bachelors, whatever the fuck people be doing. That's dumb. But it works for them, so whatever. I don't give a shit. Motherfuckers still gotta wash the dishes. After a while, you gonna get voted off the island if you dirty. Unless it's a useful dirty. And like physically useful dirty, I ain't seen how that's been. Yeah. But yeah, no. He ain't my king, but somebody might look at him one day and be like, I will clean his dirty drawers, and I'm gonna be like, oh girl, I love you, thank you, take him, bye. Cause oh Lord, Maybe you can do a better job than I did, because I don't know. Maybe I ain't doing it right. I don't know. He be catching on a little bit. I notice, he start putting on a little cologne there once in a while. Or he make sure he wash up a little. He take his showers. Tell me, I'm going to take 2 showers. I'm like, oh. I remember a time where you didn't even know where your toothbrush was at. You didn't know where the toothbrush was. Anyway. I think this is very thrilling. And I appreciate the experience in a whole. There you go, right there. I spoke him up. But anyways, I am me personally gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. Would love if anybody is hearing this, want to talk about it, chat about it. I'm curious to see what you guys think about chores, allowances. Did you guys receive those? Was anybody's parents giving out allowances? Like I said, I'm 33, so I was born end of the 80s. I'm still an 80s baby, but most of the 90s, 2000s babies. I'm curious to know if parents was doing allowances and chores and different things like that when y'all grew up. So, hit me up. Let's chat, shall we? Love you guys. Till next time.